Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And today, yet another LEGO Harry Potter comparison. This time we're comparing two very recent sets separated only by 1 year. That's going to be set number 75979 Hedwig from 2020. This set retailed for $39.99 USD or $40. It has 630 pieces and contains one minifigure, an exclusive Harry Potter, and the new mold for the Hedwig with the outstretched wings. The other set we're comparing is set number 76394, Fawkes, Dumbledore's Phoenix. Why not just Fawkes or Hedwig, Harry's Owl? That confuses me, but more on that later. This set is from this year, actually, 2021. Contains 597 pieces, a few less than the Hedwig. And this set also retailed for $39.99 USD. Contains one exclusive Dumbledore minifigure and the brand new Fawkes mold, which only has appeared in the CMF prior to this set. Both of these sets are amazing, and I cannot wait to take a look at them. They're very similar, as in they contain one minifigure and one animal. They got the nice display stand, and they have the same play feature, actually, but the builds and everything are drastically different. We're going to be comparing these builds on several different categories. We have minifigures, animals, builds, playability, price, my opinion, and finally, the final verdict. Alright, first let's take a look at the minifigures. We got Harry and Dumbledore, and then we'll take a look at their animal companions, Hedwig and Fawkes. Alright, so up first we have the first two categories, minifigures and animals. Now we're going to take a look at the minifigures first, but before that, I just wanted to showcase these stands. Both of the sets come with an identical stand, although two of the gold pieces kind of differ. You can see one has slates and one is a solid block. And then both of the animals have a very nice gold peg piece. And then the minifigures just stand on the stand next to them, and it looks great. But let's get rid of those animals real quick and then take a look at the minifigures themselves. Alright, so the best part about this set is that both of the two minifigures included, Harry and Dumbledore, are 100% exclusive. None of their torso prints, or in Dumbledore's case, leg prints, have appeared in any other set before, so that makes them very, very desirable. The Harry Potter minifigure is actually straight from the movies. The scene where he's wearing his scarf and has the blue gloves is incredible. It's incredibly accurate to that scene, this minifigure, and he looks great. He just reuses the traditional Harry Potter head and face. Really nice scarf print on the back, though. And then there's the back facial expression as well. A really good-looking minifigure, although he only has one exclusive print that is his torso, but it's a really well-detailed one and can be versatile and reused for anyone. The Dumbledore minifigure is phenomenal. And definitely, right off the bat, I'm just going to say Dumbledore gets the point here. Fawkes gets the point for minifigures, just because this minifigure is so detailed and beautiful. I love the white hair there. It looks so accurate, and it's just so nice to get more pieces like that as well. And then let's pull off his beard real quick, just so you can get a better look at all of his printing and everything. So here's his back printing with some really nice flower and gold designs there with the maroon and the teal. And wow, the gold designs and the robe designs here, it's just one fluid print from his torso to his hips to his legs. And I'm just thoroughly impressed here. I love everything about it. I don't believe his face is exclusive, but the printing here is so detailed and definitely blows Harry Potter out of the water. Both the figures are great and very good reasons to get each of their opposing sets. However, I think Dumbledore definitely gives Fawkes the point here because there's just so much more detail there, and he's just such a better minifigure than Harry. And he's also a lot more rare than Harry because Harry comes in every set, whereas Dumbledore, good printed versions like this are hard to come by. Alright, and next we have the animals. Now, included in the set are minifigure scale versions of the two big builds. We have Hedwig and we have Fawkes. The Hedwig is the newer version with the wings extended. This character appeared originally in this set, and then also every single set from 2019. So not a hard figure to find at all. I think I have 4 or 5 of this owl piece. Very, very common. Very, very nice. I mean, I love the outstretched wings. It's a great mold. Definitely something we needed because, you know, we've been stuck with the same owl mold for like 2 decades at this point. But I really wish we had gotten maybe some different variants in some of the sets. So this minifigure, or this character animal rather, would have been a lot more exclusive and desirable. Whereas this Fawkes character only appeared in the CMF. Exclusive to the CMF and this set. And the mold here is incredibly unique and so beautiful. I love the printing, and it's just such a step up from every other Fawkes version we've ever gotten, one of which is a pretty crappy brick-built one from 2018, and then the last time we got a molded Fawkes was 2002, and it was very large and not at all good. So it's really, really about time we got an upgraded mold here. I think the point's definitely going to have to go to Fawkes again for the animals here, just because the Fawkes character here is so much more desirable, exclusive, and rare than this Hedwig, which appears in pretty much every single set. Now it's time to take a look at the main builds. We have Hedwig and we have Fawkes. So let's move Fawkes out of the way and take a look at Hedwig first. Now, the Hedwig character is amazing. Hedwig is built upon this very nice brown stand with a podium going straight up, along with a Hogwarts letter, which is made of 3 different stickers, which is a bit disappointing. There are gears running throughout, along with black leather levers in the back, which allow you to flap Hedwig's wings, and those move in a very nice linear circle. Although it's a little difficult to do with one hand. There we go. There's a very nice printed Hedwig tile, black and gold on the bottom there, which looks so nice. And oh, sorry, that's sticker, not printed. The print is in the Fawkes one. So that's a little nick against Hedwig, honestly, that there are so many stickers here. Although the base is really, really nicely designed. I love to use the translucent Gryffindor pieces along the bottom there. That just adds an extra splash as opposed to it all being brown. And then the detailing and greebling on the actual Hedwig model is very, very accurate to a snowy owl. I love to use all these corner pizza pieces to get different black designs throughout the white. And all of the feathers are, articulated. You can move them up and down independently. And the tail feathers you can also kind of stretch and move as you want. Although they do look better when you lock them in place, kind of like they are right now. The head, let's spin this around. The head has a full 360 rotation, which is accurate to what an owl actually does. And there are some very nice printed eyepieces in there, as well as a very nice beak design. And the Hogwarts letter is removable, and Hedwig has 2 claws you can lift up and down to kind of grip onto the letter if you want her to actually hold it. There's a bit of a weird study gap there, which is a bit unfortunate. But other than that, I'm a huge fan of this build. But let's push Hedwig out of the way now, and it's time for Fawkes. So here's the Fawkes build, and right off the bat, the stand here I think is slightly more attractive because it's made out of gold. I really love these gold circular pieces. I think it's much, more flashy and everything, while the very nice rounded off stand with brown and the translucent pieces was great. The printed Fawkes tile looks a bit better in my opinion. And I love how Fawkes is kind of sitting on this very nice gold bar, kind of like a roost with this very nice stand. It's got some more depth and texture because it uses these raised pieces as opposed to flat tiles like Hedwig did. And the gold going along the base is just really, really attractive in my opinion. Now, one problem I do have with this is that when you put the minifigures on, there's a huge gap there, which is a bit unfortunate. And that's not something you see in Hedwig, because when you attach the minifigures there, it's flat, and so the stand looks like it fits a lot better. This one, I think, gets displayed without the minifigures a little better than with them. The build itself, though, is very, very gorgeous. I love the red hues, and the wing flapping play feature is exactly the same as Hedwig, so that's what that looks like. You can flap Fawkes' wings, and I don't think either one of them really... let's say that for later. The play feature is going to come into the playability standpoint, not the build feature. Now, for colors, I think Fawkes slightly takes an edge on this one because the mix of dark red, gold, orange, it's so beautiful, and they're able to do more, and that's not necessarily a fault against Hedwig's build, more that the source material for Fawkes is just so much better than for Hedwig, because there's a lot more to work with here. All the feathers are articulatable on the back here, although they do break a little easily. They're not as movable as Hedwig, and then the tail feathers here, you can raise and lower those and swivel them in and out as you please as well. There's some really nice next to night shield pieces, kind of make the greebling here, and then on the other side, it's the exact same. Looking at this one, I just love the red colors a little bit more than the white. I think the build here just is a lot more advanced, and it seems to move a bit more smooth than Hedwig. And that could also be just because there was a whole year that they could work and improve upon these. But here are the 2 sets. Personally, I think I'm going to have to give the build point to Fawkes here. I think 2021 is going to take the lead. Fawkes is just slightly better in my opinion for a build. He looks a lot better. The head you can position this in a lot more different ways there, because the neck, you can move the neck and the head independently, so you can get a whole ton of different positions, and it's just a lot more, it just looks so cool, and I just think it looks better objectively than the Hedwig model. All right, builds aside, let's jump on into the playability aspect. Now, like I touched on with the builds, the playability here is really just the flapping wings. You can spin the levers, and there's Hedwig flapping up and down, and then you can move that aside, and we got Fawkes, and Fawkes flaps their wings up and down as well, and it's pretty much the exact same play feature. The gear and Technic designs are really identical. The way the wings are shaped and built is pretty much the same, so it's kind of like a tie on that aspect. But we also have to take into account the minifigures. We get a Dumbledore minifigure and a very gorgeous Fawkes build, one with Harry and Hedwig there. So for playability, I think I'm going to give the point to Hedwig here, just because Hedwig and Fawkes are tied for the wing flapping ability, and I'm going to have to edge out for Harry, because if you're a little kid and you want to play with the set, I think kids are going to have much more fun playing with Harry Potter and Hedwig as opposed to Dumbledore and Fawkes. So for this one, I think the point for playability, definitely going to go to Harry Potter. Now, the price. Both of these sets retailed for the exact same price, $40 and $40. Now, there is a difference in piece counts. The Hedwig has 630 pieces, whereas Fawkes only has 597. That's a 33-piece difference for the same price. Now, personally, I don't see that as a problem at all, mostly because of the caliber of pieces used in Fawkes. The nameplate is stickered. There's a ton of very nice pearl gold pieces, which I know are more expensive to make, and we have a lot of different colored pieces. We have the really nice reds and golds and oranges versus pretty much all white, and there's only 2 printed pieces and then some stickers. There's also a lot more exclusive prints used in Dumbledore for the Fawkes piece, which is, a lot harder to come by. It only comes in 2 sets, and then the brand new torso and leg print as well. So I think that while there is a piece discrepancy, it doesn't really matter because they put a lot more effort and care into the Fawkes design. And so for price, I think if you only had $40, the Fawkes one is probably the better one to buy if you're getting this for display, just because it looks a lot more flashy and you're getting a lot more bang for your buck because there's so much gold and just really, really, it looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. So I think the price point is definitely going to be going to the Fawkes build here. That brings it down to one thing, and that's just going to be my opinion. Now, my opinion, honestly, doesn't really matter, because when you take a look at that checklist, minifigures, animals, builds, and price all went to Fawkes, and only playability went to Hedwig. So regardless of what I say, then Fawkes is definitely going to be the winner here. Now, personally, looking at these sets, I do prefer Fawkes over Hedwig. I just think the build is more attractive. I prefer the Dumbledore minifigure. I love the gold, and it's just a much more aesthetically pleasing set. However, I really do love the Hedwig. When I got the Hedwig model in 2020, it was one of my favorite sets of that year. It's just gorgeous. I do think my opinion on it's a bit sour because we do have that amazing new DTC with the giant buildable Hedwig on top of the books, and that blows this poor thing out of the water. Now, that's not a fault of this set. However, I just think that LEGO improved upon the Hedwig design with Fawkes and really nailed home everything that made Hedwig special and then improved it for Fawkes. Both these sets are great, and if you were to find any one of them, I think both of them are well worth $40 because you get exclusive minifigures, some great parts, and some gorgeous display and play models. I would 100% recommend both of these sets. However, looking at the comparison checklist and everything, Fawkes is the objectively better set, and yeah, the checklist is not going to disagree with me. Make sure to leave your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Which set do you like more? Do you like Fawkes? Do you like Hedwig? I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to talk about it, so definitely let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this comparison. Again, I want to hear your opinion down in the comment section down below. And also let me know if you think there's potential for another one of these sets next year. Is there another creature that they could do in this style? Maybe a different owl, maybe a different type of bird, maybe buckbeak or something? I don't know, something with wings. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think there's potential for this kind of buildable creature line to continue. And also, let me know why you think they felt the need to name this Hedwig, but this one Fawkes, Dumbledore's Phoenix. That one kind of was weird with me. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. So thank you all so much for watching. If you made it this far, really appreciate you. I'll catch you guys all in the very next video. And we'll talk to have a fantastic and safe rest of your day.